So we've got a walk-in freezer that's not working properly. The complaint is that they're getting frost all over the walls of the unit. Upon arrival, I did not see any ice on the walls. However, I did notice that the door hinges and closure are not closing the door properly. They're currently doing a product rearrangement in the freezer, so I'm going to come up on the roof and check out the equipment. It's a HVACR condensing unit. So we've got a head pressure control valve. Sight glass currently looks clear. We'll go ahead and gauge up and check everything out.
So the first thing I noticed when I put these gauges on is that my superheat was a little bit high. Now, granted, this is the superheat at the compressor, currently at 46 degrees, but I'm going to go ahead and click over to the evaporator superheat, and you're going to see that's running actually kind of high too. So here we go, and we're at 20 degrees evaporator superheat. We want to be a lot closer to 8 degrees on this particular box. So I went ahead and tried to adjust on the TXV, and no dice. It does not drop the superheat. There's something wrong with the TXV.
So my walk-in freezer has too high evaporator superheat, and that expansion valve has been adjusted as far as it'll go. It's got a number 3 cartridge in it for 404. So we're going to recommend replacing that TXV. So here's what we got. 12,000 BTU evaporator coil, 14,000 BTU condenser coil, a number 3 cartridge in the Sporlan Q body expansion valve. If you go to 404A refrigerant, the number 3 is a 1-ton valve. And if you go to Heatcraft and look what they call for, $12,000 BTU at a negative 20 evaporator, they call for a 1.5 ton. So it looks like someone went a little small on the TXV. So we're going to need to up the size. So if we go up to a number 4 valve, or a number 4 cartridge for 404A, we would get a 1.5 ton, or that's what we would be required. And if we go again to right here for 12,000 BTUs, it's asking for a 1.5 ton. So that would explain why our superheat is way too high, and we've got the valve adjusted and we can't get it any lower.
One of the cool things about digital gauges is you can do little experiments and see a little bit more into the system. So here I'm going to show you guys the operation of the head pressure control valve, or the headmaster. So I've got my probes hooked up to all different parts of the headmaster, basically all 3 sides of it, so I can measure the discharge line temp, the liquid line temp, and the liquid drain. So here's an example of a system where a headmaster is not bypassing. Okay, I'm going to click on the high pressure. We've got a liquid line temperature of 75 degrees. We have a discharge line temperature of 118 degrees at the headmaster, and we have a liquid drain of 75 degrees. That's all at the headmaster right now. So here in a second, we're going to switch over to a bypassing headmaster. And what I did was I actually wet the condenser to get it to simulate a bypassing headmaster. Not really simulate, but it made it happen. So here we go. The condenser's wet. I have a 71 degree liquid line temperature, 136 degree discharge line temperature, and a 55 degree liquid drain coming out the bottom of the condenser. So you can actually see the headmaster bypassing. Just thought that was cool. To recap, service call, walk-in freezer, having frost on the walls, didn't find any when I got here, found that the door was not shutting properly, and then also found that we had an expansion valve that was originally installed that was too small.